Okay, so today I'm just shooting this video to help myself remember how to do the sequence. I just create an example. This is the World Cup example. Let's say each group has 4 teams and I need to rank them based on the points and goal difference. If they tie in points, then I have to compare the teams in the first group, and for the 5th to the 8th team, I'm going to do another comparison. I just create a new one to start. Just call it test points first cell. Okay, this one I'm going to create 2 cells, and this one I just call it test points end cell. Okay, I just have to row the sequence first. So this one is going to be a rows of I11, and then lock the cell, and then put the colon, and then I do I11 again. Then you get the sequence, right? But what I want is 0 for the first 4 and 1 from 5 to 8. Then what I can do is divide this one by the number that you want to row. In my case, it's 4 because I just set it. So if I do that, you will see the sequence in this way, right? So let me -1 and wrap around this one before I do the rolling. Wrap around the whole thing and put integer. Then I will have 0 for the first 4, and then it will start rolling 4 and start rolling again. Because I want the first one to be starting at row 11. So multiply this whole thing. Actually, I can put a bracket and then multiply the whole thing by 4. I mean by the row number. Because 0 times 4 is 0, and 1 times 4 is 4, right? When I press enter, I'll have this. If I know the first row, which is 11, and I add to this one, then I'll get 11. And 15 is equal to 11, which is the first row here, plus 4. So usually I will do Alt-Enter, plus Alt-Enter, and then I'll add the first row, which is 11. For simplicity, I just create a variable. Oops, really doesn't matter. So I just add the first row, which is 11, and then I press Alt-Enter. Then I will have 11 and 15 here. Okay, I can just hide this one. Let me hide it. Data and then group it. Hide this. It's a little bit easier. Okay, so you have 11 rolling for 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's going to be starting from row 15. Okay. And it's easy for the end cell actually. Just copy, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Instead of adding the first row, add the first end row, which is 14. This one, the first end row. Oh, excuse me. Keeps popping up. I'll just add first end row. Yep, so it should be this one. Actually, for these two, you can set a formula to make it row, okay? So that you don't need to change that every time. If you just type it, it's perfectly okay, okay? Then I will have 14 for the first 4, right? 14 up until the first end row, which is 14. And this one, the end row 18 all the way for 4 times, okay? But I also need the row reference for the points, which is column B, right? Then what can I do? For simplicity, I can just add a string called B because we are doing the counting for points. It's okay if you put a pound key on both sides actually, because I have to lock the first cell. And then you can start comparing. Let me show you the result first. Actually, just do that and change to the first end row. Okay? So that I have B11 and B14. So let me just test rank based on points. I just put a rank or rank.eq. Usually I'll use rank.eq, and the number is the points. And comma is going to check against a range and then close it. But we can't put a range here. We have to fill in the range, which is indirect of this one, the test first cell, close the bracket for indirect, put a colon, and then an indirect of the end cell, which is this one. Close the bracket for the rank, then it will start ranking. Press enter. For the first one, you get 9 points, then you rank the first. For the second and third team, they tied in 4, so I got 2 because we are ranking only based on points. So they tie, right? And the last one, you get only 1 point, so you rank number 4. And for the second group, you have first 3 teams tying at 7 points. So they both rank number 1, right? And this one, they got number 4. So that is the first part. Okay, let me take a break first.